Hey, I've shifted. This cute hat. It says shifted. This hat I got in the mail today from my Optavia coach, Stephanie, and it says shifted. It represents me as a coach, but also a client. It's a complete shift in mindset. And there's another little patch on here she sent me, which says you only regret what you don't do. So I'm really excited about my hat, but also really excited to introduce you to our new 10X accountability system. Sorry about the glare on my glasses. So this is the path that's going to get you to your goal and get me to my final optimal goal. We need to throw away the all or nothing mindset and the shame and take our power back. This is getting ridiculous. So, and I'm talking to myself. I've been doing a lot of soul searching and really taking me back to my roots. How in the world did I lose over 120 pounds and maintain that weight? And now I'm struggling to get to my final goal and lose these last 15 to 20 pounds. How is that possible? Like, why? So thinking back, when I started program, I was desperate. Number one, I was constantly sick, in pain. I had zero energy. And I was really hopeful and excited when I started program, but was I optimistic? Not really. I needed the structure. I needed the accountability. For me, what I've learned is to lean into my coach. It is the number one most influential thing you can do in your health journey is to stay connected with me. You're not bothering me. This is what I signed up for, and I love it. I love helping you, but it also helps me. It helps me stay accountable to myself and to you. So Optavia in July shared some statistics with coaches at the annual coach convention. Is based on real life studies with real life people. And the number one thing that they learned is if you stay connected with your coach, you'll lose 10 times more weight, 17 times more fat loss, and you'll retain 98% of your muscle mass. And that's, again, based on that study. So to me, the root of what makes Optavia so unique over anything I've ever done, and I've done just about everything, is having my coach. If Optavia just sent me a box of food and a guide, I would say I probably wouldn't have lost the weight, but I did. I lost a pretty significant amount of weight without using my coach. I ghosted her, never answered the phone. I thought I could do it myself. However, I stopped losing weight. At one point, my weight loss stalled, and I needed her. So when she called, I answered. And then I started to realize the benefits. And I really don't think I probably would have gone past 50 pounds if I hadn't taken advantage of those weekly check-in calls and accountability weigh-ins each week. And I certainly would not have maintained over 120 pounds weight loss. So it's certainly helping me do that is my coach, but I'm also taking advantage of the weekly client calls and engaging in our Facebook page. That is so important. And also the tools, right? The recordings of these calls. If you can't attend a client call, listen to the recording. The Life Book is now on the Optavia app in audio form. So if you can't read, listen to it. Take advantage of all those little nooks and crannies in your day when you're driving your car or riding the lawnmower or running the vacuum. Just stick some earbuds in and listen. Usually they're about 15 or 20 minutes long, once a week. We cannot do this successfully alone. Dieting in the dark is not helpful, and that's more than likely going to lead to failure. So there are a lot of other options out there too, like weight loss injections, low calorie diets, and 100% they are effective. But I think if you look at recent studies and information coming out, people are losing muscle mass because they're not eating. So the drugs are keeping them from eating the proper nutrition, and Optavia has developed a program which some of my clients have taken advantage of to make sure that they're getting that proper nutrition in. when their appetite was null and void. Bottom line, I share all this with you because I really want to empower you as clients to take your power back. You can do this. And I will stick with you all the way to your goal. It fills me up. So let me introduce the 10X accountability system, which I'm formally starting the day after Labor Day. However, if you're ready to jump on board now, let's do it. I've started mine today. And I am doing this same thing with my coach. I will send you the guidelines to follow. Please respond and let me know that you're in. And here's the guidelines. I'll just really quickly run through them. So I'm going to ask you to weigh in daily and send me that information in a daily text along with your food log daily. I want to know what you're eating each day. Now, let me just stop and talk a little bit about daily weigh-in. I know a lot of people don't like to weigh in daily. We've been taught not to weigh in daily. However, I've been doing this with my coach for several months now. It has made a world of difference for me. It's keeping me accountable, and I can see when I go off plan, just like I did this past week while on vacation, when I go off plan, I see the results on the scale. So, if you're going to keep going off plan, then sure, that is a data point for you. You're going to see the scale go up. Typically, you won't see you can see large fluctuations, but typically you won't. If you're following plan, you should see a steady decline or a whoosh at some point in your week of the weight loss. But it is a data point. And I tell you what, I did not want to get on the scale this morning, but I did. And wow, I was flabbergasted on the results after my week on vacation. However, I had a start time and a stop time. I knew I was going to make off-plan choices while on vacation, but I was bound and determined Monday morning I'm stepping on that scale and I am going to follow program 100%. So in other words, I put an end time on it. Put a boundary around it. So weighing in daily is a data point. It does not define your success. It does not. And I think the sooner we can get used to doing that, that will also help you in maintenance. So then you kind of know where you are, right? And know, okay, maybe I need to cut back a little bit today. Or watch myself a little bit this weekend. I've put on a little more than I need to or want to. And we will discuss these things weekly during our weekly check-in call, which is another thing. I want you to let me know your preference. Mondays or Tuesdays, morning, noon, afternoon, evening, and I will work around those preferences on either Monday or Tuesday each week. I want you to join a minimum of one client call a week. I'm going to be sending out that information. And I try to each week send out a recording. So either attend a live call, which is best, or I know it's not always convenient, or listen to it, a recording. I also want you reading in your life book 10 minutes a day. And even if you finished your life book, I want you to go back and start with element 1. 10 minutes a day, that's nothing. And it's all available in audio or on the book. Text me immediately if you're having obstacles or issues. I will respond as quickly as I can. Those are the required items you'll see on the checklist. They are in pink. And then there's 3 blue items that are optional, so they're not required for the accountability system. Bottom line, it's getting engaged in the Facebook group, sharing your victories, your non-scale victories, just sharing information along your health journey, sharing your struggles. But if you have wins, I want to see you posting those wins. Even on your public Facebook page. This helps other people. If someone didn't do it for me, I wouldn't be where I am today. And I'm sure you can relate to that as well. So it's been pivotal in my journey. So I would just ask you to embrace that as optional. And I just want to leave you with one thought before I let you go. And it is, the pain of growth is temporary, but the pain of settling is forever. Take care, guys. Let me know if you're in or not.